If you're coming back for more colonization hints, you must be hooked. By now, I hope you've at least completed your first game, win or lose. If you're already mashing the computer AI on the hardest settings, then you probably don't need this information. But if you haven't achieved a colonization score of 100%, you might find a bit of useful advice. Remember that your main goal is to win the revolution and max out your score. All of your actions should lead to this end. To maximize production, you must master the colonist shuffle. If you run out of lumber for building, don't let your carpenters sit on their duffs. Set them to work on something else. The same goes once you have towns specialized in manufacturing. When you run out of tobacco, don't let your tobacconist sit idle. Make him work on something else while you wait for your next wagon train to arrive. Your cities need to specialize. Don't waste resources building everything in each. If you have to wonder what to build next, the answer is artillery. In the meantime, specialization is the key. One city should have an ironworks and all the master blacksmiths. Another city should have the arsenal for musket production. Try to build your one custom house in the same city that has upgraded production like the cigar factory, textile mill, rum factory, and fur factory. Lumber production can be centered in one city. However, lumberjacks along with carpenters are often best used by equally distributing them among your cities. Place 1 to 3 carpenters in each megacity and 1 expert lumberjack. As you clear surrounding forests for farming, you'll build up a lumber surplus. Ore is another natural commodity that is sacred because it makes tools for your muskets, artillery, and building. Again, specialization is the way to go because best ore gathering sites are in the mountains. Send in the miners! Horses and horse sense are the last 2 specialty areas. One city should maximize its food production, which increases horse breeding speed. Don't forget large warehouses to store your horses. The more there are, the faster they multiply. As you fill the stables, send off only 100 at a time. To give your population horse sense, you'll need at least 1 university town. Taxes are something else you have to deal with. Of 2 possible policies you can adopt, the first choice is to just keep kissing the pinky ring. This will cause your taxes to increase and the king's expeditionary force to grow. However, you'll still be able to trade in any commodity and you won't lose supplies. Or you can just throw away the supplies that you worked so hard to save. This plan will keep your taxes low, and if you can manage to trade other commodities, you will make more money. Later in the game, have Jacob Fugger join your Continental Congress, and all of the trade restrictions will be reversed. Don't forget that paying outrageously high taxes is stupid. Dump the tea into the harbor first. Shipping and naval power are an important aspect of the game, though they play a key role only before you declare independence. Cargo ships are a waste, and I recommend that you don't spend time or money on them. When you have money for ships, you should build privateers and frigates. If Francis Drake has joined your Continental Congress, then the strength of the privateers is increased 50%, making these ships can be fast, deadly, and inexpensive. Use your ships to pick up new colonists from Europe. 1 privateer should be used for exploration. This vessel should carry at least a scout and possibly even a dragoon. The rest of your privateers you build should be out hunting. A cargo of 200 muskets is worth a lot and it hinders the competition. Frigates give you more power, and if your sea battles seem profitable, then a few may be worth it, but don't spend too much on them. Once you declare independence, ships are nearly useless. You'll get all of your man-of-war ships free from your allies. You should categorize your cities into one of a few groups. The first is the megacity, of which you'll want about 6. These are specialized and extremely well defended. That means fortress level and at least 5 pieces of artillery. Then there are the supply or feeder cities. These are small, and you never build them up so that you can eventually abandon them without feeling bad. Their key is to supply raw materials like cotton or tobacco. Last are the cities that you have captured. When you abandon these cities, you make the colonists leave as pioneers to take the tools with them, or as soldiers and dragoons to take the muskets and horses with them. So what should you do with all those Native Americans whose land you're planning to take away? It's in your best interest to treat them nicely. If the Indians are friendly to you, they will not attack you, which means that you do not start building a stockade the day you arrive in the New World. They'll also trade with you, which can be very profitable and lowers Indian alarm levels. Remember that they never take the same trade goods twice in a row. It's easy to see how the Indians feel about your presence by the color of the exclamation point on their villages. Each of the 8 tribes has a tendency to act slightly differently and to have a different level of technical development. This means that they may want different types of goods. The natives also have skills that they can teach your free colonists that will help you in procurement of natural resources, including food. Make peace with the Indians, trade with them, build far away from them, live with them, send missionaries to their villages, give them food if they ask, and if they ask for stuff that is too expensive, then man the stockade.